For a very long time, I used to look forward to 5 o'clock every single day. The sun would start to set, the daily obligations would finally wind down, and I would pour myself a glass of wine with dinner. Sometimes, if it had been a particularly long day, it would be 2 glasses, or perhaps a bourbon on the porch to unwind. It was never what anyone would call a problem. It was just a habit, a socially acceptable, culturally encouraged way to relax. We have all read the magazine articles. We have all been told that moderate drinking is the sophisticated European approach to aging gracefully, or so I thought. A few months ago, my entire perspective shifted. I stumbled across a newly published peer-reviewed paper in the Journal of the American Medical Association. The researchers were not talking about alcoholism. They were talking about people exactly like me, moderate, daily drinkers over 60. And what they discovered about what even one single, seemingly harmless glass of alcohol a day does to an aging brain and liver absolutely terrified me. So I made a decision. I decided to stop, completely, just for 30 days. I want to be very clear, I am not an addiction specialist. This is a video about pure human biology, because what happened to my body over those 30 days, to my sleep architecture, my short-term memory, and my waistline, was profound. It was so medically undeniable that I have not had a single drink since that experiment began. Today, I am going to share exactly what happens inside a 60-plus body when you remove alcohol for 1 full month. I am going to break it down using the most advanced 2026 longevity science to explain the biological miracles that occur. If you enjoy a daily glass of wine for your heart health or a nightcap to help you sleep, you need to watch this video to the end. The wellness industry has been lying to you about moderate drinking. This truth could genuinely add a decade of high-quality life to your future. Chapter 1: The Heart-Healthy Lie and the Aging Liver. Let us start with the famous Mediterranean diet. For 30 years, we were told that resveratrol, a chemical compound in red grapes, was a miracle anti-aging molecule. We were told that the French paradox proved that moderate drinking was actually better for us than not drinking at all. But science evolves. In 2026, the global medical consensus has dramatically shifted. The WHO issued an unequivocal statement. There is no level of alcohol consumption that is completely safe for human health. Period. The studies that originally promoted moderate drinking were found to be fundamentally flawed by what statisticians call abstainer bias. They compared moderate drinkers to people who had quit because they were already ill. The protective effect was an illusion. To understand why alcohol is uniquely destructive after 60, we have to look closely at your body's primary filtration system, the liver. When you consume alcohol, your liver immediately goes to work. It produces an enzyme called alcohol dehydrogenase. This enzyme breaks down the ethanol you just drank into a highly toxic, highly reactive substance called acetaldehyde. Then, a second enzyme quickly steps in to neutralize that toxin and flush it from your body. But aging changes this equation. As you cross into your 60s, your liver naturally loses mass and blood flow. Its ability to produce those neutralizing enzymes drops significantly. The biological math changes entirely. When you drink at 65, your body still turns it into acetaldehyde, but your liver cannot neutralize it as efficiently. This means that toxin stays in your bloodstream significantly longer than it did when you were 35. Acetaldehyde is classified as a Group 1 carcinogen. It is highly aggressively inflammatory across your entire body. It inflames the delicate endothelial lining of your blood vessels, driving up your blood pressure. It inflames your joints, exacerbating arthritis and causing morning stiffness. And it crosses the blood-brain barrier. The brain fog and difficulty recalling names? I blamed it on age. I was bathing my brain in an inflammatory toxin every night. I had no idea I was actively poisoning my own longevity. I was paying for a habit that was stealing my vitality. Chapter 2: Week 1: The Sleep Shock and the Neurological Rebound. I thought I would miss the ritual. I was wrong. For the first 4 days, my sleep was terrible. I would wake up at 2 or 3 in the morning staring at the ceiling. I felt wired, anxious, and physically restless. I actually considered giving up right then and there. I wanted my wine back. What I was experiencing was a classic neurological rebound. Alcohol artificially mimics the calming neurotransmitter GABA. When you remove the alcohol, your body is left with very little GABA and a roaring surplus of stimulating glutamate. The result? Anxiety? restlessness, and severe sleep disruption. Your brain is trying to find equilibrium in a sudden shift. But by day 5, something miraculous happened. My brain started producing its own GABA again. The glutamate levels dropped. On night 6, I felt something I had not felt in a decade. True, deep, continuous, uninterrupted slow-wave sleep. Alcohol obliterates your REM sleep. Without it, my brain could finally activate the glymphatic system to clear toxic plaques. I woke up on day 7 feeling a level of mental clarity that shocked me. I did not need coffee to get going. The healing had begun. The other thing in week 1 was the intense sugar cravings. Alcohol is essentially liquid fermented sugar. Your body demands a replacement. I replaced the wine with antioxidant-rich fruits and complex carbs. This bridged the gap until my blood sugar stabilized. Chapter 3. Week 2. The shrinking waistline and the hydration miracle. Internal changes started becoming visible. Alcohol contains priority calories. Your liver stops processing fat and protein until the alcohol is cleared from your system. If you drink wine with a healthy dinner, your liver stops burning the fat from that meal and stores it instead. It metabolizes alcohol first. This effect drives visceral fat, the dangerous belly fat that triggers inflammation, insulin resistance, and type 2 diabetes. In week 2, my pants started feeling looser. The puffy bloating in my face, which I accepted as aging, began to disappear. But the more profound change was hydration. Alcohol is a potent diuretic that suppresses the antidiuretic hormone vasopressin. When vasopressin is suppressed, your kidneys excrete water rapidly. This is why you wake up with a dry mouth and thirst. Dehydration dries out the synovial fluid in your joints. Without it, joints become stiff, inflamed, and painful. By week 2, my skin looked plumper and my chronic joint pain decreased by 50%. My joints were finally rehydrated. Chapter 4. Weeks 3 and 4. The cognitive rebirth and the dopamine reset. The most dramatic transformation occurred in my mind. By week 3, the pervasive brain fog had completely lifted. I felt like a heavy curtain had been pulled back from my consciousness. I was remembering names faster. I was recalling words without hesitation. My ability to focus was sharp, sustained, and effortless. Chronic alcohol shrinks the hippocampus, the memory center. But our brains are resilient even into our 60s and 70s. When you remove the toxin, neurogenesis, the creation of new brain cells, begins to accelerate. The healing is physical. Then came the dopamine reset. Alcohol artificially spikes dopamine. To protect itself, your brain downregulates your ability to feel pleasure. This means everyday pleasures start to feel flat. You feel like you need the drink just to enjoy the evening. This is anhedonia. By week 4, my receptors had healed. The baseline joy in my life returned. I found myself laughing harder and enjoying small moments. When day 30 arrived, I evaluated the data. I lost 6 pounds. My resting heart rate dropped by 8 beats per minute. My blood pressure normalized. My sleep was deep. My joints felt a decade younger, and my mind felt sharper than it had in 15 years. Why trade my memory, my sleep, and my joint health for 20 minutes of artificial relaxation? Alcohol is no longer your friend. Quitting is for anyone who wants to live the next 2 decades with maximum physical vitality and maximum cognitive clarity. So, I am issuing you a challenge. Give your body 30 days. Endure the transition and watch what happens to your waistline and joints. Your body is a self-healing machine. It desperately wants to repair itself. Give it 30 days of unhindered biology and watch it rebuild you. Leave a comment below and tell me, are you in? Protect your brain and your body. I will see you in the next video.